New at 5:30, the State Environmental Protection Division has issued a fine to a company for fouling up a northeast Georgia creek. But residents say the dumping that has harmed the creek has continued.
They say it's pretty stinky, too. Critics describe this stuff being dumped as chicken sludge. 11 Alive's Doug Richards has more on what is getting dumped and why it's getting dumped.
The northeast Georgia town of Sharon is unhurried and seemingly untroubled until the trucks show up. They're loud and big, they move fast, and residents say they always stink.
Yes, it smells like you've just come out of a restroom, and you can smell them distinctly as soon as they've gone by.
Their destination is a large piece of land down a dirt road which includes a creek. The State Environmental Protection Division says the trucks use this site to dump what neighbors describe as a ghastly sludge that mostly comes from chicken processing plants.
And when you process a chicken, there's stuff left over on the floor.
Tanya Bonatabatis, the Savannah Riverkeeper, has seen this unlikely industry grow across northeast Georgia.
Trucks start showing up, like 35 of them a week on one piece of property, that are putting pieces and parts of animals with this stench that makes flies, and all of these buzzards show up. It sounds biblical, right? It doesn't sound real.
Farmers and landowners apply it as nourishment to fields, as we saw last fall across from Oconee High School.
Most students don't want to smell that when they're in school.
In the case of this field near the town of Sharon, residents say it gets dumped for reuse. State regulators fined a man named Justin Eccles for letting the sludge dumped here foul a creek that runs nearby. We were unable to reach Eccles for comment. Investigators documented the spill and fined Eccles' company, called Ag Green, $5,000. Yet even after that, residents say the trucks still came.
Why in the world would they be able to continue to dump when they're being ordered to clean up?
The substance we're talking about is actually very well known to Georgia regulators and politicians, except they don't call it chicken sludge. Their sanitized term for it is soil amendment.
All soil amendments are required to be registered with the Department of Agriculture.
Ag Commissioner Tyler Harper acknowledges there are complaints, but told us last fall soil amendments are beneficial to agriculture.
We're protecting our citizens, but also protecting our #1 industry.
State records obtained by 11 Alive News show the ingredients include industrial wastewater or sludge from the animal slaughtering industry or pet food processing industry injected into the soil. The records also show numerous complaints from neighbors. Residents of Walton County howled when it got applied to fields there last summer. A state inspector who showed up 2 days later closed the case, finding nothing amiss.
The owner is not here personally, doesn't live here. It seems to be purely a business venture.
Betsy Orr has been behind the upkeep of a historic church in Sharon. It has a cemetery more than 200 years old. There's a new church camp nearby, and she says it's a likely draw for historic and visitor interest. Unless, she says, if the place stinks continually of animal sludge. In Taliaferro County, Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.